Good afternoon. Conversation class. Teacher Miriam Quispe-Chuquillanqui. Interculturality and Globalization. Student Marco Antonio Orea Ascensión. Scheme. Introduction. The globalization process began in the 20th century. This is due to a change in the geopolitical strategy of the different world economic powers. From this moment, barriers to international trade began to be eliminated and agreement as important the creation of the European Union are reached. This type of measure made it possible to free up trade between countries. On the other hand, the advancement of technology and communication made it possible to simple communication worldwide, and this generates a global cultural exchange where you can learn about the custom, tourist place, typical food, language, and many customs of different cultures. Globalization. Globalization is a phenomenon that is and the continuous increase in the interconnection between the different nations on the world at the economic, political, social, technological, and cultural levels. That is saying, technological advance had facilitated and accelerated international commercial and financial transactions. Humanity has benefited from this advance due to ease of being able to communicate and learn from others regardless of distance. Important characteristics of the globalization: free international trade, industrialization, world financial system, economic globalization, connectivity, connectivity and telecommunications, migratory movement, new world order. Interculturality. Interculturality can be defined as the process of communication and interaction with people and groups with a specific cultural identity, where the ideas and actions of one person's or cultural group are not allowed to be above the others, favoring at times the other agreement and with it the rich integration and coexistence between cultures. Intercultural relations are based on respect for diversity and mutual enrichment. However, it is no conflict-free process. This can be resolved through respect, the generation of horizontal contexts for communication, dialogue, mutual listening, equitable and timely access to relevant information, the research for agreement and synergy. Advantage of interculturality: banishes prejudices and stereotypes of society, promotes respect and tolerance for cultural difference, generates a harmonious coexistence, generates change with different ethnic groups. Globalization and interculturality in Peru. In Peru, globalization is understood as process of the liberation of the movement of capital, goods and services. The process continued with trade agreements and has deepened with the economic complementation agreements and free trade agreements signed by Peru, in which goods and services are subject to free trade. Although this is true that there are important advantages in globalization, mainly in economic and cultural exchange, which enrich people with information and opportunities that were insuperable until recently, such, such as the rise of tourism in Peru as a very important economic activity that shows up Machu Picchu as one of the wonders of the world generates an harmonious interculturality the worldwide. Many people come to our country to visit the archaeological remains, do experiential tourism, and learn about our culture, and we are motivated to get now other foreign culture. Conclusions. The globalization process reduces people, geographical barriers, and increased knowledge as a result of technology and communication. Cultural exchange should us to look at the world from diversity and wide aggregate of night. However, we see in some circumstances conflict with our local identity. Cultural globalization allows people to learn about the different idiosyncrasies and worldviews of the world. This shows Russell in respect for diversity. Cultural globalization may result in the loss of certain local customs, such as the replacement of the foreign custom. Example, the celebration of Halloween, replacing the Day of the Creole Sun. Interculturality can be an enriched experience being in contact with other cultures. Generating question. What is globalization and what are its main characteristics? What does globalization have to do with interculturality? What is interculturality in Peru? Thank you very much.